Welcome back to AI on Your Side. In this video, we're talking about something very important, using generative AI responsibly and ethically. So as generative AI revolutionizes the way we work, this power also comes with responsibility. And AI should be used thoughtfully and ethically. In this video, I'm going to provide an overview of some big topics you want to think about, but ultimately you also need to consider the specifics of your work. So let's start with the principles of responsible AI usage. Let's start with data privacy. When you're using generative AI, always think about the data that you're putting in. Is it sensitive or private? Avoid putting personal or confidential information. Many AI tools store your input data to improve their models, so it's up to you to be careful what you put inside it. A couple of rule of thumbs are only share information that you're comfortable making public, and then with a company, make sure you're not putting any confidential company information into these. That's a huge no. Next up is bias prevention. AI only learns from the data we give it, and so if the data is biased, then generative AI will reflect the bias in its output. So to use AI ethically, make sure that you're keeping an eye on whether the responses you get are diverse and inclusive. Are they fair? Now let's talk about security. AI tools are often dealing with sensitive information. And so in order to keep your own or company information as secure as possible, make sure that you're not putting any information you don't want online. So in my research, one of the best ways to begin to use generative AI at work responsibly is to come up with AI principles for yourself and your team. I'll use an example from Microsoft. They have a comprehensive AI principles to ensure ethical and responsible AI usage in their company. Their policy emphasizes 6 key principles: fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. Some highlights are, at Microsoft, AI systems are rigorously tested to mitigate bias and ensure equitable outcomes. For transparency, Microsoft makes sure that there's documentation to explain how the models function and that teams are trained to communicate with them. For accountability, Microsoft makes sure that every AI project includes a designated accountability lead to oversee compliance with the guidelines. And with data privacy, Microsoft makes sure that AI models prioritize global privacy standards with strong measures to keep things anonymous. Ultimately, their commitment to responsible AI practices helps build trust with users and stakeholders like us while setting an industry benchmark. So your assignment for this video is to draft an AI use policy for your team. Imagine that you're at work leading a team, and these are things you want to include in your AI use policy: the purpose of AI in your organization, principles like data privacy and security, and clear guidelines for AI tasks and compliance standards. You might need to do a little bit of research and have a conversation with your IT department to get some of these details. It would be a great idea to then run this by your IT team to make sure that this matches your company's technology use policies. So ultimately, ethical AI use is more than just a requirement, it's a responsibility. By following these principles, you can ensure that generative AI usage at your company is not only effective, but it's also aligned with your company values. That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next video.